Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So now that almost all of the drywall is hung, like I said in the last video a few times, this back wall I need to leave open for the mini split unit, so that's on hold until that gets installed. But I am good to go ahead and start cleaning up all of this area because today we're actually gonna have a special guest on. It's my dad, surprise. He is going to come down and help me install my garage door. I've never done a garage door before. I've never put one up. Watched a couple videos now, but I do know that my dad has done a few in his lifetime, so it'd be nice to get his kind of expertise on this. And the reason I want to bring in some help is because it is kind of a serious thing, a garage door. There's a whole bunch of stuff that can go wrong if you don't install them properly. Like the spring, when you are twisting that spring, it is my understanding that there's a lot of tension there. So if you do something wrong and that breaks, you could seriously injure yourself. Not to mention these things have some weight. So if I don't install it just right, I feel like I wouldn't be all right. I wouldn't be able to sleep thinking about what if Eleanor and Victoria are out here playing one day and that falls. Like that wouldn't sit with me. So yeah, that's a couple reasons why I want to bring some help in. And yeah, hopefully we can get this put up today. And once that's up, that's pretty much the rest of the installation. I don't think I'll need a torpedo heater in here, especially after my mini split unit gets put up, which hopefully is going to be later this week. But either way, it's definitely a step in the right direction. Progress is progress, like I've said a bunch of times before. So we're going to start this morning with a quick cleaning because I know if my dad shows up here and it looks like this, he's going to say something because he likes to do that. However, I got a couple questions for him, but you guys will see that here in a little bit. So let's get a garbage can in here and start cleaning. All right, so with the exception of the water snow that I just tracked in, the garage is nice and clean. Everything is swept up, all the excess dust from the drywall. The garage doors are right here. These are the panels. These are the vertical and horizontal tracks that we'll need. There's the spring, and then there's a bar that I'm assuming goes through the middle that holds the spring. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of refresh myself, maybe pull up a couple videos so that I have somewhat of an idea of how this is gonna go for whenever my dad gets here. That way I don't sound like a complete idiot. So yeah, that's that. All right, so my dad's on his way down. Had a pretty productive morning with the outlets and light switches. Gonna jump on the garage door now, get everything set up so that whenever he gets here, we can hopefully just knock this out real quick. All right, so we're definitely making progress with the garage door. I guess I need some angle iron to mount the ends here, and I think I knew that. I just didn't think to ask if that came in like the garage door kit. It doesn't. So my dad is running down to Danbaugh to get a piece for each of the track plus a piece for the garage door opener, and we can go ahead and keep pushing forward with this. So it's definitely starting to look like something. It's exciting. All right, so this door is being quite the son of a gun. We thought we were going good. Turns out we put the top panel in the second panel slot, so we had to kind of take it apart, flip that, do that, and now we are running into some trouble with this spring. We're thinking it might be on the wrong side, but we're not 100% sure if that makes a difference. And then my dad just ran up to the shop to get a couple of big screwdrivers to turn that with. Now, if you've never done a garage door, which, like I said, I haven't, one thing I'm taking away from this that you should probably make note of is this spring is under so much tension that it is actually pretty dangerous if you're not doing it properly. So in all the hustle and bustle in there, kind of forgot to set up the camera for the initial build for the door opener. There it is. It is a genuine model 7055D. I don't really know what that means, but I think it's 1 3/4 horsepower, 1 1/4 horsepower. It's belt driven. It should be really quiet. Comes with a backup battery, a couple different openers, so should be good. I have to program everything and then run the wire for the sensors at the bottom, and then run the wire for the wall mount opener, and then yeah, we should be good to test it out. That's gonna happen tomorrow though. I need to go get wood because our fire's out, so got to keep the house warm for all my girls. All right, folks, so yesterday with everything that me and my dad were dealing with, by the time we were done, you know, was trying to give some information but get some stuff done. This is a Genie door opener. I think I said genuine yesterday. Yeah, I don't really know what I was looking at, but again, it's a genuine ultra quiet battery backup. It has 1 1/4 horsepower. It's a belt drive, so hopefully it should be quiet. Trying to set my programming now, so yeah, here it is. Okay, so trying to program this, running into a little bit of a mix-up. I don't think everything I'm reading, I don't think it's going to be fully programmed and fully operational until I have my sensors put on, as well as my wall mount unit. I need to run those wires up to there. Until I do that, it's going to be saying that there's something in the way and it's not going to let the door close. So that's not going to happen until after I get at least this area drywall finished. So we're going to hold off on that right now. I'm going to get my door lock put on, just the manual one here. We're going to put that right on this side here, and then we're going to go ahead and get my little lift handle latch thing put on this guy right at the bottom. So just a couple screws, shouldn't take too long. And then I'm going to try to get the battery mounted, as well as the light covers and anything else that I can get mounted. I'm going to, that way I can get this area cleaned up and have a little bit more working room in here. Okay, so one of the last things that I need to do to kind of seal up the garage, and yes, this does involve me having the door open for a little bit, which sucks, because it's like 10 degrees out, and that's cold. I need to put my trim up here, and then I nail my weather stripping up alongside the garage door. So this side goes on the outside, this goes up against the garage door itself, and you get a nice seal on your garage door to help keep debris and bugs and rodents out. However, I need to pad this side out about a ½ inch, and I need to pad this side out about 1 inch. That way my AZAC will run nice and flat, and then my weather stripping will go right on top of that. So luckily I have this piece of ½ inch plywood that I've been hanging on to, so I'm going to make a few rips on that using my awesome DeWalt Worm Gear dry power saw. So I might actually do this outside. I don't know. I'll do it in here. Screw that. I'll clean up a little bit of sawdust in hopes that I stay a little bit warmer. Okay, so now that I took the plastic down, it really opened this up to the cold, so I'm going to try to hurry through this. We're going to screw the AZAC onto there after we cut it. Same thing over there. Put one piece on top. Now we do have to let this hang out. These are pieces of AZAC that are 1x6, so they should be 5.5 inches wide. We're going to let it overhang because we'll have to account for our stone as well as our siding, so we can trim that down to size later. So I gotta hurry up and do this one. Right there, I got my AZAC up, and in order to attach that, I was using these screws that I got for the trim around my siding. Basically, they sink in with a star bit. I believe it's a T25 bit, could be a T30, and then it has that little padded area, so it sinks in to the perfect depth. So you can take these little white plugs, plug them in, and then you can barely even notice them. Then you peel the wrapping off the AZAC so it looks real nice. Like I said, we have some overhang so we can factor in our padding for the trim that'll be on the outside. And I'm gonna go ahead and just take a minute, close the door, get warmed up, and then we'll do the weather stripping. Woo, it's cold. Now that I'm somewhat warmed up, it's time to cut our little pieces of weather stripping for on the door. I need to go get the trim nails out of my truck. We'll take some measurements and get these cut. All right, there it is. Garage door is all sealed up, so that should help a lot with the sorry, tripod's bouncing off the ladders. That should help a lot with all the heating and everything. So I'm gonna go inside and see if there's anything else I can do. But I think this might wrap up this video for right now. Alright everybody, so once again, I'm just about to put the finishing touches on this video in post-production and realized I never filmed the closeout for this video. So I was in a little bit of a hurry these last couple days, so I didn't film hooking up the sensors and mounting the wall unit, but I mean, as you guys can see here, the garage is painted and outlet covers are on. You'll see all that here coming up. I did film painting and all that fun stuff. But you know, if you're curious as to why these videos aren't really in sync, it's because I started like 3 of them. Like I would start one video and I would get to a point where I couldn't really go any further with that phase. So then I would jump to the next thing that I could do just to keep the ball rolling. No offense, but I don't make enough money on YouTube to just strictly do this. So I can't really afford to kind of sit and wait for each phase to get done to make sure my filming all lines up. So like you guys saw in the mini split unit, how when I started that video, there was no insulation, there was really nothing there. And then by the time that video was done, I'm putting the last little bit of drywall up. So, you know, we're kind of not all over the place. I'm just kind of, you know, I've tried to transition from filming my day-to-day to filming, okay, I want this video to be on the mini split unit, I want this video to be on the garage door. So if you're curious as to why my videos are out of sync, that's why. But to close out my garage door video, all the tracking is mounted and run. All my sensors are hooked up and run. The opener is hooked up. And I mean, you can hear how quiet that motor is. So it is really nice and quiet. So I got my wall mount outside. So yeah, I am extremely excited to actually have a garage door that works. Now, Rachel actually just left for work, so whenever she gets home from work today, I'm hoping that she pulls her car in and we can see about the space. That might have been her. I don't know. But yeah, so I just wanted to sincerely thank everybody that watches my videos and tunes in and checks out these videos, as well as checking out our store on Etsy. The link is in the description if you haven't checked that out yet. But it is really, really cool to kind of see this channel grow over the past, what's it been now, 2 years or so. You know, never in my wildest dreams would I have thought I would ever have a YouTube channel, let alone actually make a couple bucks on my video. But because of you guys, you all have made that possible for me and kind of shown me that this is a reality that I could potentially live. And yeah, I know we've kind of got away from the firearms videos, but I do have a gun review coming up, so it was nice to get up to the shooting range for about an hour. When was that, last week? And fire off some rounds. So, you know, if you're waiting for some gun videos, but you do like these, there is one coming up. If not, you guys do like these, you know, videos of building this garage or doing some sort of construction, I will have tons more out, because although the inside of the garage is basically done now, I do have to finish the outside with the siding and stone. So we'll have a few more videos from that. And then I think that's going to carry us up to starting our new house. That's going to be fun. But yeah, again, I want to thank you guys for tuning back into another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out our store on Etsy, and don't forget to give us a like on Instagram as well. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I will see you next time. Have a great day.